So welcome to your handstand workout for today. We're running through a program. It's just in the back here. If you want an explainer video, that'll be posted separately with details about what all the exercises are. This is just going to run through from start to finish. You can copy along, follow along. I'll tell you what we're doing based in the back here, but this will be just me exercising and you joining in for this one. So Tabata timing all the way through. It's going to start a 10-second rest, go into 20 seconds work. So I've got time to press the button and then start. You will need a band for today, but that's the only bit of apparatus that you're going to need. If you've got your band, the first exercise is a band dislocate. So get a hold of that, an appropriate band to pull backs and forwards over your head like this. If you need to pause just now, go ahead and do that. But we're going to start. There you go. So 10 seconds rest. If it works, it's a 10-second rest. Come on. There we go. That's better. You'll see that clock on there, but if you want to set your own timer, absolutely fine. So we're going for 20 seconds of a band dislocate. And what we're looking for is for you to slowly start to get more range out of this movement. So you're lifting all the way over and back. My hands are comfortably wide at the moment. We're looking for that to get a little bit more pushed maybe in the next 2 rounds. We've got 3 circuits and we're running through each circuit 3 times. 10 seconds rest. We're onto a hip twist plank, so down on your elbows for this one. Face this side. Elbows down, hip to the ground on one side, hip to the ground on the other. You can roll your feet over like I'm doing just now. You'll get a bit of a stretch across the lats. If you've got tight lats, this will hold you back on this one, but that's good that you're stretching it. That's going to help you reach into your handstand a good bit more. There we go, 2 sessions in already. This is going to be fine. Right, squat thrust. I've programmed this one in to be a little bit more energetic. So down here, and we're trying to keep off the ground as much as possible. So the weight is going into the hands, and we're not dwelling too much on the feet. You go, right, a heel stretch. This is a handstand specific movement. We're going to be lunging in, aiming your hands. Let's go at a point that's about your body height away from your starting foot position. So we're working on that long lunge. If your hands don't touch the floor yet, then towards the ground is just fine. Just keep on it with the lunge and keep the reps going. Okay, back to the start. Grab your band, dislocates again. 3, 2, 1. Maybe a bit tighter grip on the band this time. A bit more stretch. All the way around. Feel that pull your arm apart. Big stretch round. Nice. Right, hip twists. Down on the floor. Elbow plank's the one for this one. Pretty hard to do it in your hands, I think. Unless you've got very mobile hips. All the way down. Now this should help you control your balance when you're upside down if your handstand has a tendency to wobble sideways. So keep an eye on that. Right, hip thrust again. I'm going to be out of breath after this, not going to talk very much. Weight on the hands. Short as time as possible on the feet. Going. If you're able to keep that up continuously the whole time, you're doing pretty well. So heel stretch again, stepping forward, reaching, hand in the ground, back foot up, tiptoe, back down. Step in, reach, and reach. And we're aiming to get your head through your arms a little bit as well, as you would be when you'd go into a handstand normally. Okay. Back to the dislocates. This is the last time round. Okay, a little bit tighter grip again, and pull. All the way around. Really open up your shoulders at the back, let them get pulled back behind you. There'll be a point that's the biggest stretch for you. Just lean into that point, okay? Okay, won't need the band again. Back to the planks. So find your spot. Now we'll be in this position in the first exercise and the next circuit as well. So bear in mind where you're at, where all your stuff is. Got a little back crack there, don't know if that came across in the mic. Right, squat thrust again. This is where I get breathless. Let's go. And keep it up the whole time, guys. Whatever variation you're using, however long your feet are on the ground, just keep it up the whole time. Go. Last one, heel stretch again. So reach in and try and get the head through your arms just a little bit. So your own height away, aim for that point. In, stretch. In, and stretch. We're doing alternating legs, in case that hadn't been made clear already, to make sure you don't end up with one good hip and one less good hip. Straight on, guys. Going into an elbow scap press. So elbow plank in the ground, and we're moving this way. There we go. Really good for your scap control. Straddle pike squeeze. So sit in a straddle pike. You can be up on a yoga block or something to make this one a little bit easier. Lean onto your hands and lift. That's my hip. Did you hear that? It sounded like it was falling off. And over. Lift. And over. So you're working a bit of flexibility and a bit of core as well. I'll do this an alternative way in the next round to give you a variation as well. Alternating lunge. So this is any lunge forward or backward where you're going to alternate legs that you're using. So down and up, down and up. Nice easy step. You could do this as a jumping lunge if you wanted to. I'm easing off on that just now. I've managed to pull something in my left leg by being a bit too enthusiastic at a park run. Right, 1 inch jump, same as a heel stretch, but we're going to kick up this much. Just an inch. Step in, little hop, back up, switch legs, step in, little hop, and back up. And you're always trying to get the head in between the arms. Oh, wee cheeky extra one there. Right, back to the scap press on the elbows. Get full range all the way down and all the way up. All the way down, all the way up. Only coming from the shoulder blades. We don't really want the hips to be going up and down. It's just coming from the shoulder blades. As much height and as much drop as you can. Go. So that's working on the serratus anterior that pulls your shoulder blade forward and finishes a punching, bench pressing type motion. Alternate lunge again. Step down and stand. Step down and stand. You could step forwards into this as well and do a forwards lunge. You can step backwards like I'm doing for more of a reverse lunge. You could do a jumping one, as I said, as well, if you're feeling a bit energetic. Right. Oh, we've jumped around. That should have been the straddle pike squeezes. Don't worry about that. So into the straddle pike. This time, try and lift your left leg up, and then your other leg up. I'm assuming you're mirroring this, by the way. So that's your left, my right, my left, your left. Right. Is that okay? Right. It's best left alone. Big lift. Good. So we've done the alternating lunge into the 1 inch jump. And see if you can get a little bit higher. 2 inches this time. Go for it. Step in. Bring yourself safely down. And we're keeping the weight very clearly, very firmly towards your back. We don't really want to have you at this point going that way forwards out of your handstand. We're keeping the weight backwards over here. Right, last time round, elbow scat press. All the way down here. I find that the elbows you get more range than being up here. Down in the elbows. Let's go. This is great audio if you're listening to this. You might actually want to just turn the sound off. And watch the image, even though that's debatable as well. Right, straddle pike squeeze. So this time, if you're feeling adventurous, you can try and lift both at the same time. So you can lean and try and lift your hip and your lower leg at the same time. And we get a lot of compression out of this. That if you want to build up to a press to handstand at some point, or just a lever, then this sort of thing is for you. So just your butt cheek and your lower leg off. Right, what we got, alternating lunges. So forwards lunge, I'll do that this time round. Forwards lunge is stepping forward, and then a big push back up. That's quite handstandy. Forwards lunge, big push back up. You'll find that's a bit more in the quads to drive up from the ground there. And just getting range and a bit of endurance, and keep your heart rate up during the circuit as well. 1 inch jumps. This time you might want to try and just get a fraction of a second of a hold, if that's possible for you. But we're keeping the legs wide open. You're not kicking them together. So one leg up, one leg down to keep your weight back, so we don't end up tipping over while we're in the middle of a conditioning circuit. That's less helpful. All right, next one. Walkouts is next. So we're standing, walking the hands away, walking them back in. That's all we're doing. So standing from here, lean over, hands on the ground as close as you can to your feet. Walk out, get them quite far away, and then walk back in. Lots of time on each hand, and really get them as close as you possibly can. Hamstring stretch. And as you walk in, you can also try and get your chest through to stretch out your shoulders a bit. Okay, tuck rocks. So lie on your back, up on your hips, hold onto your knees to start with, have a rock, try letting go, try opening out, try hands above your head, and try a full-on hollow rock as well. Your back should be feeling like the bottom of a rocking chair in this sort of movement, and we shouldn't be thumping down onto your shoulders. Okay, what have we got again? Walkouts. Let's go. Tuck 90-90, rise up, Stephen. Lord, I'm getting confused already. Right, so sit down, 90-90 shape. Switch, lift, switch, and lift. Switch, and lift. And there's lots of core, hips, internal, external rotators in the hips as well to keep you healthy. Right, a wall drill. If you need to pause and run to a wall, that's fine. But you're basically just going to kick onto a wall. And I'd recommend you either go for just time on the wall, or try and kick up like I'm trying to do and catch just before the wall, so you don't overshoot and you're defending against kicking over a bit. If you are just holding on the wall, that's absolutely grand. hit the balance at the end there. Just needed a warm-up, folks, that's all. Right, back to the walkouts. Ready, reach for the ground. Have a good walkout. Get as far as you can away. Make sure you're not on a slidey surface. And we don't really want your shoulders rolling around here. You shouldn't be swaying your hips side to side like a belly dancer. Okay, tuck rock. We're nearly there, guys. Third circuit, second round, only one to go. Smashing it. So whatever your smoothest shape here is, but we should always have space under your hips and under your shoulders. Hips, shoulders, hips, shoulders. There should be a space there for each one. And you're basically making sure your rectus abdominis and all the big, hefty abdominal muscles are holding your back in the right place. And your hip flexors aren't hurting your lower back. You do need them, but we don't need to overpower. 90-90s, and up. The up bit is optional. It's helpful, but just this motion of rolling side to side is going to help you mobilize the hips and move in a way you probably haven't done too often. Nice. Right, back on the wall drill. So try to get 2 feet in the wall, lift one off, and just bounce. So up, 2 feet in the wall, 1 foot off, and use your fingertips to help pull you off the wall. Whoa, too much fingertips. And you're trying to be as delicate on the wall as you possibly can. We don't really want you to be making a big noise kicking onto the wall, if at all possible. Right, last time round, you've got this, guys. Let's see if we can get in and out 3 times in the walkout. Here we go, and go. Oh, we're going for 4. Oh, we're going for 5. My God, it's a PB. 6, love and life. Right, tuck rock again. Last time round. Open this up a bit, guys. I'm feeling this tweak my bits that I mentioned that was hurting in the lunges, so I'm not going to go too far on this one. So just nice tuck lunge, safer for that part, but it's still making my core work, especially if I've got my hands over my head. Feeling that a lot more closer to my rib cage rather than beneath my belly button. Right, 90-90s again. Get yourself sorted. Nope, this side will do. And sit tall into it. If it feels tricky to do that, you can use your hands behind you as well. But sitting tall into it is more challenging. It's going to use the muscles that we want a little bit more. Up you go. There we go. Right, last thing. Wall drills. Let's go. 2 feet on the wall. And just try and come off a little bit and find that balance. Use your hands as if they were a pair of feet that are ready to sort of adapt and catch you. And keep your body strong and tall and push your feet into the roof as much as you can. We're just trying to catch as much of a hold as we can, but with the bias of your weight being towards the wall as much as possible. Okay, that's us done, folks. Yep, all finished. Thank you guys for joining in with that. As I said, if you want the explainer video to go through some more variations of all of these, then you can absolutely catch that as well, be posted separately. If you want any hints or tips on handstand for your own handstand, then send me a video of your form. You can do that on Instagram. That's at freeyourselfpt. Send that across to me. I'll pick it up. I'll give you a little bit of feedback on that as well. If you want to join my handstand club, there's a link to do that through the bio. And if you're interested in shoulder mobility, hip mobility, look out for my webinars. They're coming up regularly as well.